Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with me, Cornish-Knight, as we get down to the task of exploring the ruins beneath... where were we again? Buried secrets, there we go. Gilded Vales, abandoned Ephesian temple. We need to search the temple. It's infested with spiders and skolder, which are the weird, like, bat-like people creatures. Right. Let's go then. There's something here. Ooh, Edra and some coppers. And there's a will-o'-the-wisp. That's not good. Wait, no. Oh, he's being controlled. Okay. He's being mind controlled. That's not good. Come on, gang up on it. There we go.
Yeah.
There was a ghost here as well. This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon its faded. In this time of hardship must have just as much faith as in ourselves. Okay.
No problem.
Right, that's not a good sign if we've already got ghosts and ghoulies roaming about. So he basically wants us to find the bodies of the dead priests that should be on the lower levels. Apparently, here we go. Right, get here. Get everybody out of formation. Right, you two go after that one. You two go after this one. You shoot that one. You shoot this one. Right, there we go. There's more of them as well.
Kind of stuck over here.
Okay. Come on, Gwen. Pop your abilities. Come on. Right, that killed that one off.
Say the word.
Took a little bit of health. No one's really actually bad on health, but just a little bit of a scratch. And there's a box. A letter home. Mother, I have been asked by Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Hormar come morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming, for I mean to follow in a few days. Our village has much changed, and though I do not wish for you to worry, I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know rhetorics or Brax will not approve, but the letter trails off. And we got that. So who was our quest giver? Wharton. So that's not the bloke who's taking the message to us. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can enchant my sword some more. It's got fire damage as its secondary quality. It had accuracy. If we want to get up to accuracy 2, we don't have enough of accuracy 2. Right, okay. So it already has the burning lash. I can't remember when it got accuracy from. Beast slaying. Do we have anything that we need? I really want Kith slaying, to be honest. That's a lot of gold. Right.
Just say the word.
That reminds me.
Yes?
This guy's sword. Enchant. What did he give it? He's got the... It's saying he's got 1 of 1 already. What is it? Oh, it's define. That's why it's a fine. That's why he's got the damage from it. Nothing for that. Nothing for that. Okay. We're a bit low in cash anyway, I suppose. Whatever sat here left in a hurry, ink has dripped across the scroll, obscuring its contents. The pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks. I get the feeling that the previous lord of this place was... Okay, what's that? Ah, secret entranceway. Okay, Skoda Whelp. Yeah, okay. Right, shoot it. Blind it. Shoot it. We'll go and hack at it. And that took it by surprise. Did we get any more information about these things? No, that's not the right one. Encyclopedia, bestiary. So we know, okay, we know all their stats now. They're basically stunning scream, so they can stun us with a scream. High deflection, well they've got high reflex, but really poor will, so anything that damages will is going to be very good. They've got a lot of strength, but low constitution, average, yeah, so they're not too bad. What damage did they do? Slashing damage, okay. I hear something in the dark. There's another one. Wait for it to get in range. It's going to try and stun us with its stupid scream. Right, so there we go. I suppose this way comes into here.
Not a problem.
Vermin has scurried over these plates, fill the molds to grows in green blocks, clumps across the table. Okay. So this is just a shortcut, I take it. Oh, that's bad. Okay, that's a bigger one. Smack that one on its ass. Shoot that one. Shoot that one because that's an adult. Gwen, hack at it. Let's get this underway. Ouch, that really hurt. Smack it off its feet. Come on. We can get this done quickly before this thing gets any reinforcements turning up. There we go. Is he poisoned? Okay, there's more of them. Knock it off its feet. Try and get them before they can get anything really nasty going. That one's getting past. Don't let it hit it. Don't let it get any poison off. Yeah, it's dazed. She took a little bit of health damage. Collected some ears.
Can do.
There seems to be a side chamber. What's this? Fine sword. Okay, that's not so bad. Let's just...
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
Indeed it is. Development of the Crucible Knight, Part 1 of lower ranks. Okay, so she's got to have that. Golden Sulo. Which is a nice little thing to pick up. Monster of the Dead Fire Archipelago. That sounds useful. My plan is to read a book at the end of every episode, just so we can get through the lore. To His High Grace I write to implore. The rest of this letter is crossed out in several places and then abandoned altogether. Okay. Some more coppers. These prayer scrolls are coated in a thick layer of grime and dust. Okay.
Yeah.
Just got to double back. Oh, more spiders. Come on. Shoot that one. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, get that off. Yeah, he got sickened, which is a nasty little thing to pick up. Right, kill that off quickly. Red-brown smears flow away underfoot of your toes. Okay, so it's lots of blood stains all over the place. Spirit. The nearby crystal lights the crackling mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at the centre of the angles a metallic symbol beneath your feet seems to glow gold. As you look on, the air simmers as if the summer heat. The very dust in the air seems to pull together until a thin glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of man, features rendered in broad strokes of an air and smoke. Who are you? You demand. A voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else, your mind assailed in a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapel hall. Priests and the faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mired on the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles. The room is dark, save for a podium lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, a voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he's saying, but the rhetoric stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden dizzying force. You find yourself back before the ruined altar, swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared.
Found something.
The face of this statue has been... I had most of its features striked off with the porcelain of its hands. We find something hidden. Yeah, that's not too bad. Movement speed is never a bad thing. So he can have it, because that's more useful to him. We found potion ingredients and the like. Still nothing that we can we could give it increased accuracy if we wanted to. What is that? 200 proof. Actually, that might be useful. So it'll take most of my turquoise to do it, though. Is there anything in here that food is out of the question? Fleet of foot, wizard's aim. Infuse, that increases life against bulwark against the elements. Iron skin. Okay. I've noticed there actually isn't any real like major regeneration perhaps, but that's gonna take a pearl. And it costs, yeah, I mean, it seems that like healing potions in this setting are really expensive, so we're gonna have to be careful. Right. Yeah, I get a feeling that there was more than this priest that died here. This sounds like a full-on sort of like cull. This sound feels like a full-on sort of like cull of the inhabitants by the local earl. Initiate's note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it is faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Intruders in the ritual room. Rhetoric's Obka says Dempton for those who forget and strike the large spell first, rather than initiators rather than second. The rest is illegible. Okay. So some kind of ceremony. Camp supplies. That is good. That is very good. Because then we can camp and make thing. Okay, in the initiation hall. Something about striking it first. Rising sun and the free dawn stars, the symbol of Eophas. Right. Is there any bells? No, not in here apparently. Okay. And there's no bells in here from what I can see. Oh, I do love the artwork in this game. It's so beautiful. It's a shame we don't have buildings like this nowadays. Like you get like the old grand cathedrals and stuff, but no one builds like stone buildings like this anymore. It's a shame. Right, okay. There's probably going to be stuff in here. Okay.
Huh? I've got it.
Get it
Finished.
open. Hunting bow, really? Okay.
Yeah.
More books. The Great Western Stag, Book of Verses. Okay. Yeah, I am going to be reading one book at the end of every episode, just so we can get through like the flow of them, because this is a very lore-heavy game, and if you don't read the lore, it loses something. The game has a lot of purpose. Yeah. Okay. Let's try and get some organisation back in. Oh, we didn't pick up his remains, did we? Okay. What was here? These collapsed stones are poked with out burrows and narrow cracks, claw marks, and dung mark the passage of beasts. Okay. Doorway down there, we have to be careful. We'll go up here and have a look first. Okay, buried secrets. Here we go. This is what we needed to have the letter for. Right, initiate's notes. The parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it is faded. You can make out a few visitors to the ritual floor. Rhetoric Orbicar says Demption for those, even those forget and struck the larger spell first rather than the second. Okay, so it's going to be that bell needs to be struck first. Oh, that bell needs to be struck second, so it's going to be like. Okay. 3 bells hang from a stone protrusion that runs along the wall. The years of dust and grime coat the metal. There is one large bell at the centre, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Examine the bells. The bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of thick iron and look very heavy. There does not appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. So let's try right middle, and then left. The bell tolls a high-pitched note. Okay, then silence the bell. Okay, nothing happens. We haven't got the mechanical skill to pick this. We know that this has to be rung second, and we don't know what the rest of the order is. It may be in the books, or maybe scattered about, so we better go and check. Let's just have a look around first.
That doesn't feel right.
Oh, dang. Man, she got put down hard. And her health is hurt as well. That sucks. Okay, I gotta be careful about that. Minor ring of protection, fortitude, reflex, and will. She can have it because she's an archer. We'll put that in here for now, and the rest can go in the box. So what did we get? Ring of minor protection. That's fortitude, reflex, and will. Who's gonna benefit from that the most? Statistics. Who's got the most to lose? We got aggressive, yeah, diplomatic, so that should balance out our negative. Yeah, we need to be more aggressive and cruel. I mean, cruel isn't such a mean, but I will be putting more into aggressive. Right. So what does the ring do? Fortitude. Right, so fortitude. Fortitude is resist attacks on the internal physical system. So that's basically against poisons and disease. Reflex to dodge out of the way of physical harmful AoE attacks, and will. Okay. I think will is directly linked to her stats. So what I might do is I might take off the ring of minor deflection, give her that, which will boost her stuff up. He can have the ring of deflection because that suits him more. Yeah, okay, that seems like a good idea.
Just say the
Let's
word.
see what we got down here. More of these guys. Okay.
Following your lead.
Time to get the sword out.
As you say.
Just say the word.
We want to try and hold them here at the doorway.
Yeah?
I really don't want these guys getting past.
What?
Huh?
Aye?
Hmm? Let's go.
Watch it with
Oh,
that.
dagnabbit. Why did I... Yeah, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah?
Sorry. Treachery in the own ranks. Such a horrible thing. Right, okay.
Just say the word.
How may I help?
Let's try and get them into the room. Yeah, here we go. We don't know how many of these things are here.
Not a problem.
Okay, well, there's a lot of them. Right. First spell out. Get them all on the floor. You knock it on his ass. Right, that's down. You get your rifle out and start shooting them. Right, this is not... Come on, we can do this. Just unlock that one.
Just say the word.
Come on, everybody smack on it. Damn, that
Yeah.
could have been nastier. A lot nastier. There's another ghost here as well.
Yeah.
A spirit, a haze fills the air, consolidating steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf. Simmering echo fades in and out of sight. But stranger than the sight is the sense. Within you of a powerful energy, it rolls and seethes with a grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards you and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a bright lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystal. You are running, the footsteps echo off the stone around you. You forget to tie your sandals and you slip from your feet, fouling your steps. You are late again. The right's going to begin without you. You hear the toll of a bell. Your spirits lift as you recognise the familiar warped tone of the right hand, representing the first dawn star to appear in the night sky and the last to fade into light. You pray firstly at the first of the chimes and not the last. Okay. The light fades as does the memory, and with your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. Right. Written the bell. The door to lower layer appears to be sealed with some enchantment. There is a set of bells inside, which made part of opening it. I have seen some manner of spirit from the temple of a memory at least. In this memory, I call that Eophis writes involves a ring of bells. The first and last of the tolls apparently is the right hand, which is a distinctive warped tone to them. Witten mentioned the temple is full of secret compartments, and I would likely find the remnants of the lowest floor of the temple. Okay. A powerful odour of spices rise from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grain seed fill the other.
Leave it to me.
Is there anything else here? No. Okay. So we know the order of the bells. Hopefully. So let's try this. First off, we're going to try right, middle, right. No effect. Okay. So let's try right, middle, left, right. This particular chime rings through the ruins. Okay. There's a quiet melodic chime from all three bells. For this distant voices meet in one powerful rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole temple, a driving flood of song that downs all other thought. At the toll fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors as the passage to the lowest level swings open. And we are
Just
in.
say the word.
And we press on, our party sort of looking around carefully as we approach the deeper levels of the ruins and search for the lost monks below. Wilderness requires camping supplies, which may be purchased at a variety of stores. Find remains of Aethys priests. Find the remains of the Aethian priest. I have descended to the lowest levels of the temple. If Witten speaks true, then the remains of the murdered priest are down here somewhere. Okay.
Now it's strange looking back. All the time I spent here growing up. Never seeing what was coming.
Well, I don't think anybody ever really expects them to be murdered by their friends and family. It's not something that people naturally, suspect. Unless it's like, you already... Ooh, what the... Okay, someone got hit by something nasty. Right, there's spectres in here, are there? 2 doors. Let's try this one to start off with. Yeah, well... Right, we can't see what's really going on, so I'm just going to fire off AoE spells at these guys. Oh, they're behind us. Quickly, before it can finish off my monk.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Can do.
Man, that was unpleasant. Just opened the door and they were just there. Right,
I'll
get that open.
Finished.
Fine, alright, we've already got one of those.
Just say the word.
What? Ah, trap detected. Phew. Raymond's mantle. Capes and cloaks are what? Yeah, okay, so what's that? So that's a damage reduction from freeze, 20% frost damage converted into endurance. Oh, that's good. Really good. Let's just see then. What's her cloak? Her cloak is minor protection, fortitude, reflex, and willpower. That's freeze damage bonus, restores free damage. Okay. You have this. That's the cape. Your cape of Aelfris. Yes, it's a normal cape. You can have that because that will give you freeze reduction, which is nice. And since we're going up against
Just say the
spirits,
word.
it's probably going to be useful. And there's speak of the devil. Come on. Fortunately, we do have a sword that's very useful against their kind,
Leave it
so
to me.
it's not so much of a problem.
Following your lead.
If you've finished reloading your musket,
Just say the word.
and there's more of these things.
Brave thou Zealot.
Right, banish it back to the void. There's another one over there.
Brave thou Zealot.
Excellent. We don't get any. You have to remember, folks, we don't get any experience for killing these things, but it's nice to be able to wander around the ruins and not get jumped by every single thing that wants to kill us. Right. He said down in the lowest levels we'd find them. I also want to read one of these books before we end the session, so we're going to step in here for a quick moment. Tombs. Oh boy, okay, there's a number of these guys. Right, okay, everybody.
Brave thou Zealot.
There's a lot of them. Oh boy, there's a lot of them. Right, okay. Nothing. Do we have anything that can... Yeah, get him to do that. Don't think that's going to help. Get him to switch over to second song. Well, let's just get through here first. Gang up on these things. Keep bombarding them. Come on.
Just say the word.
Come on, guys. Keep smacking them. So the spell's knocked off. Her health is looking a bit low.
Just say the word. Worth a look.
Try and disarm it. Right, they're both disarmed. And any other in this room? Any other traps? No, okay. Time to loot the dead.
Just say the word.
cloak of an Eophesian priest of will of +9. This cloak was embroidered with the sunburst emblem of Eophus. That is really nice. So we take that. And Phantom pops up. Okay. You gotta run away. Right.
Just say the word.
And a little bit of stuff, so nothing particularly fantastic. But that will. What does will do again? Will defense opposes attacks at the mental base, spells that mentally paralyze the target. Ah, that's what it does. So it's going to be useful for him because he's going to have good will defense. There we go. Because people are going to be chucking spells at him to try and get through his resistances. Yep. Let's see, he's got a will of 12 now. That's good. Because I can't really afford to have him like knocked out by sleep spells or the like. But
Just say the word.
we're getting close to the end of the episode, so I'm going to crack open one of these books. Development of the Crucible Knights. Which ones would you read? 10 Years of Dawn. Let's read 10 Years of Dawn. 10 years I tilled the Varless leaf. 10 years I told myself the living in Saint Wedwen's footsteps would bring me rebirth. Each dawn I'd pray that thou art in darkness he shall bring thy light, and each year, each night would bring the same emptiness. For my decade of living in a simple deer farmer, all I have to show for it is a great deal of purple clothing. Eophas has not spoken to us since he appeared as Saint Widwen. It was my hope that Eophas would claim me as his next vessel, but alas, the child of light remains silent. Every day I practice the rite of banishing the shadows of the unfaithful. Every day I work my field in solitude without signs of Eophas returning. If thou art in darkness he shall bring thee light, but how long must I remain lost in the long night of abandonment? Is this his punishment for keeping my faith a secret? Is Eophas hiding from me until I shout my revenge for all to hear? Surely he must know that the Deerwoodians now hate him and his followers. My countrymen are quick to blame all that was terrible about the Saints' War on those of us still faithful to Eophas. Should they not be angry at the Red Saras soldiers? Do the Deerwoodians do not realise that no demise for God of rebirth and redemption is to prevent all hope of healing? As I pen these words, I know that I must continue to till the deer leaf. It will die leaf. It will wake. I wake each day with hope. If thou art in darkness, he shall bring the light. Each day I will pray that the dawn star visits me, just as it visited Saint Wedwen in his field of Vorlas. Will they come to me as they came to Saint Widwen, as a man and two women, luminescent and perfect? I am told they came to presage new times. I am told many things, and I struggle to find the faith to believe it all. And yet each morning the sun rises in the eastern sky, and each morning Eophas illuminates my simple plot of land. Casting away the shadows of the unfaithful in his golden gaze, I thank thee, Eophas, for all the springs I have had and for all that will come. I am in darkness, please bring me light. Right, so that's that book down. I have been Cornish-Knight. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. As Gwen, Ravenheart and Space Pig continue their quest with their associates into the darkness of this foreboding and ruined Ephesian temple as we look for the bodies of dead monks. I shall see you all next time on the next episode. Goodbye.